Baseball was America in the 20th century. Unfortunately, organized white baseball discriminated against players of color and wouldn't allow them to play Major League Baseball until Jackie Robinson broke the color line for the Brooklyn Dodgers April 15, 1947. Negro League Baseball filled the void for the African American community by providing leagues where some of the finest baseball players ever to step on a diamond had a place to play. Joe Black, an African American college student at Morgan State University, learned of the Negro Leagues by going to a game to see the Baltimore Elite Giants play. Joe Black had a tryout as a shortstop with the Baltimore team. After striking out 4 times, he told the coach he was a pitcher. And as they say, the rest is history. Joe Black, at age 28, joined the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1952 and became the first African-American pitcher to win a World Series game.
I just used to like to play the game of baseball. I wasn't familiar with the Negro Leagues. And in my first year in college in Baltimore, I stayed there that summer. Cal Irvin, their brother Monty Irvin, was there. And one day he said, hey, let's go find this Bugle Field. I said, what's Bugle Field? He said, well, it's going to be a Negro League baseball game. I said, the what? He said, the Negro National League. He said, the Baltimore Elite Giants going to play the New York Eagles. My brother Monty, before he went to the Army, played with the New York Eagles. He said, you remember Larry Doby? I said, yeah. He said, he's on the Eagles. So we went there that night. We saw, and I said, now, what is this, Cal? He said, this is the Negro Major Leagues. He said, you know, they have an all-star game in the World Series. I said, really? He said, yeah, because I was still a little despondent because that spring, scouts signed guys in my high school and didn't sign me. And I asked them why, and they said, because you're colored. And that's the first time I realized colored guys didn't play in the majors. And so when Cal started saying that, I started feeling, man, Negro Major Leagues, I never knew that. And so we were like 2 college kids, freshmen. The guy would say, how'd that guy swing and miss that ball? Man, I'd have hit that ball over the fence. And finally, a heavy-set guy behind us tapped us on the shoulder and said, hey, you young guys know how to play? Yeah, we can play that baseball. He says, well, what do you do? I said, well, we go to Morgan State College. Oh, college boys, and you can play baseball. He said, tell you what, my name is Vernon Green. I'm the owner of the Elite Giants. We're going to practice Tuesday. Why don't you come on out, let this manager see what you can do. I said, okay. So we go back to the campus, and Cal called his brother Monty. And Monty told him it'd be a good idea, except you might lose your scholarship because they may call you a pro. Hey, I didn't care about that stuff. I just wanted to play baseball. And so I went out and I tried out as a shortstop, looking good, running, throwing, hitting, batting practice, I'm hitting. And so the manager says, well, we're playing the New York Black Yankees on Friday. Come on out. So I went, put on my uniform. I started shortstop. And I was good in the field, but that's the end of my story, I guess. I went to plate the first time I went. I stand up there, and this catcher says, hey, you got to watch this pitcher's a little wild. I back and said, what'd you say? He says, pitcher's a little wild. I said, what do you mean by that? Be careful so you don't get hit. Well, you know, I'm not used to people talking about hitting somebody with a baseball. When I played, you throw it over the plate. If a guy hit it, he hit it. And so then the catcher stands up and gets right behind me and pats his glove and says, hey, don't throw it up here by this guy's head. He looks like a nice young kid. And he gets down, and my heart wasn't in the bat. I struck out 4 times in a row. Now, the last time I came off the field, the manager says, listen, college boy, when you take off that uniform, maybe you should forget this baseball. He said, you're right. You stay in school. I said, what are you talking about, man? He said, well, you can't play in this league. I said, yes, I can. He said, well, you can't hit. I said, well, because I was a pitcher. And he said, you can pitch? I said, yeah.
In 1952, Joe Black was named National League Rookie of the Year, winning 15 games while saving 15 others. Joe Black started 3 games in the 1952 World Series against the New York Yankees, winning 1 while losing 2. Joe Black went on to a career after his playing days with the Commissioner's Office and was instrumental in including players from his playing era in the pension system baseball created. Joe Black is a very important person in American history as an activist against racial injustice in baseball. The life's journey started for Joe Black after seeing a Negro League game for the first time in Baltimore after the close of World War II. U.S. History, as seen through the eyes of baseball, brought to you by AmericanInnings.org.